Hello students, in our previous video we have studied about the discovery of electrons. Now today we will study about protons. Okay, discovery of protons, it was done by Goldstein, E. Goldstein. Okay, you have to learn the name of the scientist also. Discovery, discovered positive rays emitted from cathode, sorry, emitted from anode consisting of positively charged particles, protons. See, emitted from anode. This is the anode. This is the discharge tube. See, this is anode. This is connected to a battery. This is cathode. This one. This is cathode. And see, in this cathode, holes are there. This cathode is called perforated cathode. See, name is written here. Perforated cathode. And this from here it is connected to the battery. See, these are the positive rays emitted from anode. From this anode the positive rays were emitting, consisting of positively charged particles which are called proton. These are the positive rays which were emitting from here. They were moving through perforated cathode towards this direction. Okay, it if the perforated disc is used as cathode, the positive rays may be seen traveling in the direction opposite to the cathode rays. See, if the perforated disc is used as cathode, if we'll use this perforated disc as cathode, the positive rays may be seen traveling in a direction opposite to the cathode rays. Cathode rays are moving in this direction, and since we have taken the perforated cathode, so the positive particles are moving in this direction, in the opposite direction. Both rays are moving in the opposite direction, positive towards this and the cathode rays towards this direction. Conclusion: positive rays consist of positively charged particles, which led to the discovery of proton. This led to the discovery that there it was seen that in a neutral atom, if electrons are present, it means some positively charged particle must be there in an atom, because we know that an atom is neutral. So to neutralize those negatively charged particles, later on the discovery of protons it takes place. Okay, and after this discovery, um, the neutrality of the atom it was explained, why an atom is neutral. Now mass of of a proton, and is written here, mass of a proton, it is 1837 times as heavy as an electron, and charge in the proton, it is unit positive charge, or 1.602 into 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulombs. Now discovery of the atomic nucleus. Electrons were discovered, protons were discovered. Now in 1911 it was done by Lord Rutherford. See, for this discovery he took very fine sheet of gold, and to this gold sheet the alpha particles were bombarded. See what is written here: studied the atomic model and discovered the atomic nucleus. He discovered the atomic nucleus, Lord Rutherford. He directed alpha particles towards a metallic sheet. This metallic sheet was made of gold, and he bombarded the alpha particles towards this metallic sheet. And when he bombarded the alpha particles toward the metallic sheet, he came to know that, see, diagram is drawn here. Source of alpha particle, this is there. Source of alpha particle is radium. Metallic sheet, it is of gold. 1 millionth of a centimeter. See how thin it is. It is 1 millionth of a centimeter. Alpha particles, these are the positively charged helium atom containing 2 protons and 2 neutrons. It means 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Mass of helium is 4. Okay, these are called alpha particles. This is the gold foil, which is 1 millionth of a centimeter, and the source of alpha particle was radium. So when these alpha particles they bombarded there in the gold foil, most of the alpha particles they were moving in a straight line. Most of the alpha particles were moving in a straight line. So uh, what was the reason behind this? Why most of the particles were moving in a straight line? So the conclusion he drawn from that observation was an atom as a whole is relatively empty. It means most of the place in an atom is empty. That's why most of the alpha particles they were moving straight through the foil. Okay. Now second one, the alpha particles were deflected slightly. Very few alpha particles were there which were slightly deflecting from their path. See, moving here and then deflecting, moving here and then deflecting. So few alpha particles were there which were deflecting from their original path, and we know that alpha particles these are positively charged particles. Positively charged particles are deflecting. It means some similar charges present in between this atom, due to which they are deflecting from their original path. And see, the conclusion drawn from this observation was a concentrated positive mass is present in a very small region in an atom, and if the alpha particle is not close to the positive mass, it gets deflected slightly. If it is coming very closer to it, it is deflecting like this, and if it is going through this, it is deflecting in this direction. So if alpha particles are deflecting, it means some similar positive charge it is present inside an atom. Now third observation was very few, see, very few alpha particles they were bouncing back. Very few alpha particles were bouncing back with a 360-degree deflection. Very few were bouncing back. Very few were bouncing back. It means that very few means this positive charge which is present in an atom, it is very small. That's why very few are bouncing, and are bouncing back means the positive mass which is present in an atom, it is very thick and hard, that alpha particles they cannot pass through it. Yes, if the alpha particle passes very close to the concentrated positive mass, it's get deflected through large angles, and if it approaches it at the right angle, it deflected through a 360 degree. This shows that this alpha particle, this positive mass which is present in an atom, it is very dense and hard, and it is very small in size, through which this alpha particle cannot pass. So these were the three observations and conclusions which were drawn by Lord Rutherford, and they led to the discovery of atomic nucleus. So today we studied about discovery of an atom, that is proton. Here we have studied about proton. It was discovered by E. Goldstein, and then Rutherford he studied the or he led to the discovery of an atomic nucleus through his experiment which is called gold foil scattering experiment, or scattering of alpha particles. Alpha particle source is radium. The foil which was taken, it was of gold, which is 1 millionth of a centimeter, and alpha particles were there which were having 2 protons and 2 neutrons, and alpha particles are positively charged particles. Yes, these particles, then when, see, first observation was most of the alpha particles are moving in a straight line. Second one, few alpha particles they were deflecting from their original path, and third one, very few alpha particles were bouncing back. So most of the alpha particles are moving in a straight line because most of the space in an atom is empty. Few are deflecting very slightly because some similar charges present inside an atom, due to which they are deflecting similar ripples. And the third one, very few are bouncing back, because the positive mass which is present in an atom, it is very small, dense and hard. Okay, and tomorrow we'll study about the atomic nucleus, drawbacks of this atomic model, and then Bohr's atomic model. Thank you.